Hello everyone, welcome back to another English online session. Today I am going to explain you another grammar topic, an important topic, very basic topic, tenses in English grammar. Tense indicates the time of an action. It may be past, present or future. Tenses play a crucial role in the English language. It denotes the time an action take place, whether sometime in the past, in the present, or will take sometime in the future. So mainly tenses divided into three: past, present and future. Again it subdivided into four: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. All the three main tense has these divisions. Let's see the past tense first. The first one is simple past tense. Simple past tense indicates an action took place before the present moment and that has no real connection with the present time. For example, he danced in the function. The action took place in the past, is finished and is completely unrelated to the present. So an action happened in the past and it has no connection in the present. A completed action can be said in simple present. Look at another example. He flew to London yesterday. So one thing you have to note, the verb flew is an irregular verb which does not take ed in the past tense like regular verbs. All the regular verbs take ed to form the past form of the verb, but there are some regular verbs. Okay, it won't take ed to make the past form. For example, go, went, fly, here it's flew, and grow, grew. There are a lot of irregular verbs. If you study it, it will help you a lot. The next one is past continuous tense. It indicates an action going on at some time in the past or an action in the past that is longer in duration. It continued for some time than another action in the past. For example, it was getting darker. So it a continuous process and it took some time. So you can, it happened in the past, so you can say it in past continuous tense. Another example, the light went out while they were reading. Here two actions are there. One action was a continuous one, or it took a duration, a long time, so that can be said in past continuous tense. The past continuous tense form the tense subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb you have to use to form this sentence. Was or were is used with the singular form and were used with the plural form of the subject. The next one is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense indicates an action in the past that had been completed before another action, another time or event in the past. So it indicates two actions. So the first action, two actions happen. The first action can be said in past perfect. Look at the example. For example, he had exercised before it started to rain. So here the first action is the exercise someone has done. So the first action should be said in past perfect. The second action can be said in simple past. So remember that when you indicate two actions, the first action should be mentioned in past perfect tense. Look at the second example. He had slept before I came back from the market. Here two actions were explained. The first action, he had slept. That's why it was said in past perfect tense. So remember that two actions. You are talking about two actions in the past and one action completed before another action. So that completed action can be said in past perfect. It is not a action which took a long duration. If it takes long duration, you can say it in past continuous. But two completed actions means the first action should be said in past perfect tense. The sentence construction of past perfect tense is subject plus had plus V3 form of the verb, or past participle. It is known as past participle. This is the sentence construction of past perfect tense. The next one is past perfect continuous tense. This tense indicates an action in the past that took place before another time or event in the past and continued during the second event time point in the past. For example, at that time he had been writing a novel for 2 months. Look at the second example. He had been exercising when I called. So here we should understand that it is a continuous action and it took for some time and continued when the other action was happening. Okay, previously we have learned two completed actions, but here an action started and continued for some time, even it continued when another action was happening. Such action can be mentioned in past perfect continuous. The second example gives a better idea about this. He had been exercising when I called. The second action is happening. By the time also the first action is continuing. It is not stopping. It is continuing. So one action started and it continued for some time even after second action happened. In such cases you can use this past perfect tense. The sentence construction of past perfect tense is had plus been plus ing form of the verb. After subject, had plus been plus ing form of the verb you have to use to construct past perfect continuous tense. And now we are moving to the present tense. The first one is simple present tense. This tense indicates an action that is generally true or habitual. That is, it took place in the past, continued to take place in the present, and will take place in the future. This tense is used to denote mainly three things. The first one is a habitual action. For instance, he walks to school. It means daily. It is a repeated action. Daily or every day he walks to school. The next one is general truth. For instance, honesty is the best policy. It is a general truth accepted by or agreed by many people. Such general truths can be said using simple present. And the third one is a future event that is part of a fixed timetable already planned. For instance, the match starts at 9 o'clock. So that kind of a sentence also can be constructed using simple present. And one thing you have to note, the form of simple present tense is verb infinitive without to. Okay, the base form of the verb, and agreeable with the subject. Agreeable with the subject means singular plural differences. It is very clearly explained in the video lesson subject verb agreement. You can check to understand more. The next one is present continuous. The present continuous tense indicates an action that is taking place at the moment of speaking. For example, she is walking, I am studying. So you should use this tense while you are doing that particular action. To mention that action, you can use present continuous tense. You can use present continuous tense to speak about the action you are doing by the time you speak. The form of present continuous tense is, am, are plus ing form of the verb. So am is used with the pronoun, first person pronoun I, and is, are used accordingly the number of subject, singular, plural, plus ing form of the verb. This is the form of present continuous tense. The next one is present perfect tense. The present perfect tense indicates an action that has been completed sometime before the present moment, with a result that affects the present situation. So present perfect is used to talk about immediate past, an action just completed. For example, he has finished the work, and it has some effect in the present. And the second one is he has slept. So to indicate immediate past, an action happened in the immediate past, we use present perfect tense. Look at the form of present perfect tense. Has or have plus verb. Verb should be in V3 form, or the third form of the verb. So has or have depends upon the subject, singular or plural. Singular means has, plural means have, plus the V3 form of the verb is used to form present perfect tense. The next one is present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense indicate an action that started in the past and is continuing at the present. So its action take a long time, it take some duration, and it started in the past and continuing in the present. Such action can be said in present perfect continuous tense. For example, he has been sleeping for an hour. So he has started sleeping sometime before and continuing his sleep now. So that kind of an action can be said in present perfect continuous. The form of a present perfect continuous tense is has or have plus, I already told you, singular subject means has, plural subject means have, plus been plus ing form of the verb. The ing form of the verb indicates that it is a continuous action. So present perfect tense has this form, has or have plus been plus ing form of the verb is used to construct present perfect continuous tense. The next one is future tense. In that, the subdivision simple future tense. Simple future tense indicates an action that will take place after the present time and that has no real connection with the present time. So an action will take place in the future can be said in simple present tense. For example, she will visit her ailing grandmother soon. So that will happen definitely in the future. In such events can be mentioned by simple future tense. The second one, he will walk home. That also a definite action in the future can be said in simple future tense. The form of simple future tense will or shall plus base form the verb to form the simple future tense. The next one is future continuous tense. Future continuous tense indicates an action in the future that is longer in duration than another action in the future. So when you indicate two actions in the future, the longer action can be said in future continuous tense. Look at the example. He will be walking when it starts to rain. So he will be walking. That sentence is a future continuous tense. It's a longer action. It takes some time, longer in duration. That action can be said in future continuous tense. it is longer than the other action. Look at the form. The form of future continuous tense is will or shall plus be plus ing form of the verb. So when you construct a future continuous tense, you should be careful. Subject plus will or shall plus ing form of the verb should be used to construct future continuous tense, and it is used to talk about a longer action. When you talk about two actions in the future, the longer action can be said using future continuous tense. The next one is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense indicates an action in the future that will have been completed before another action or event in the future. It is similar to the past perfect we have learnt. It is in the past. Now we are learning future perfect. The two actions in the future, two completed action. The first action can be said, okay, first completed action can be said in future perfect tense. Look at that. By the time we arrive, he will have studied. By the time it will completed. Okay, that's the meaning. So future perfect tense can be used to indicate an action completed before another time. Now let's see the form of future perfect tense. This sentence is constructed using will or shall plus have plus V3 form of the verb. So subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3 form of the verb is used to construct future perfect tense. The next tense form is future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense used to indicate an action in the future that will have been continuing until another time or event in the future. So this tense is used to indicate an action that starts in the future and continued for some time until another action starts or event starts in the future for a long time. An action continues. That action can be said in future perfect continuous tense. For example, he will have been exercising an hour at 2 p.m. This means he has started exercising for some time before, and when it reached 2, it means he will have been exercising an hour. For the last 1 hour, he will have been exercising. So such actions can be mentioned in future perfect continuous tense. Look at the form of future perfect continuous tense. Will or shall have plus been plus ing form of the verb. You should be very careful while constructing the future perfect continuous tense. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus ing form of the verb is used to construct future perfect tense. Hope you understood the three main tense forms and its 4 divisions. Now just try to prepare your own examples that will help you a lot to understand this tense topic. See you in the next class. Bye.